Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to do this really quick before it gets dark because I'm in my car just kind of driving around. But I had an interesting experience today, and I had some thoughts that I thought were interesting and something that I definitely need to keep bumping around in my head to keep myself aware of it and to keep myself. I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to speak better about these types of things. So the more I do this, I think it'll help me. So, but anyway, my cousin and I have been working on a bunch of projects and doing different things. And today was the first time with one of them that we've been kind of working on and putting together as a business model and all that. And mostly him, I'll say, because I'm more the operations guy. He's more business and a lot more big picture and just better with entrepreneurship and stuff. So I'm learning a lot from him, which is great. But one of the things I wanted to say was, I grew up very strict in a lot of ways, and I worked really hard. I kind of learned a work ethic and all that. One of the problems that I have struggled with over the years is I really need someone to tell me what to do, and if I don't have that, then I don't know what to do, and I'm lost or whatever. And excuse me, and so I left. I worked for the government for 8 years, and it was great and all that. But I left because I knew I needed to try some other things. So even if I ended up going back there, whatever. But I knew I needed to try some new things and to get myself out of my comfort zone. And it's honestly, in my opinion, and I don't mean to like put myself on a pedestal or anything or brag, but like hands down the best decision I ever made. And I don't say that because I'm doing great financially right now. Still working on the profit portion, but I'm finding more and more that as I put, and I've learned this, earlier on, but it's just accumulating more and more. As I put myself in uncomfortable situations and places where I'm not 100% sure what to do, I learned something. I really learned something. And the 8 years of working for the government, there was small ways that I was able to do that. Traveling was one of them. So I went to Japan, Guam. I've been around to different states and different countries through that job, which was great, and I loved it. So there was a little bit of uncomfortability there, but not really, because I love to travel and all that. So it was still easy. It was still in the box. So today, my cousin and I, we finally got out. We've been under, we didn't have everything put together yet, but we wanted to go test the market and really see what we're doing. So check this shit out. So this is what we're working on. So it's horchata. And so we took it to the beach. We got a big cooler, filled it up. We got a bunch of sample bottles and then some bottles that we're selling for about $5 a piece. And we went to the beach, and I'll tell you what, it's funny because both of us are on the same page in that we do not like going to try to sell people stuff, because that sucks. I hate it. I've always hated it. I don't like making people feel uncomfortable or making them feel like, oh, not sure. I've never been one of those hustlers who's just like, hey, buy my product, whatever. But I was like, all right, this is necessary. We need to do this. We need to figure out the market and understand what we're getting ourselves into. So we went to the beach with this cooler, and once we could both tell from each other that we were not really really into it. Don't want to get into this. So we dragged this cooler, which was kind of a bitch for sure, because it wasn't really a beach cooler. So we were just dragging this cooler that I way overfilled with ice, and we're dragging it to the beach, or tried to get to the water, because we thought that would probably be the best place to sell. And so we got out there, and once we started rolling, like, people were buying, people were interested, and we got a really good taste for our market and what we want to do. Now we're going to bring some other people on, pay them, and make a couple of changes and whatnot. But I guess what I'm really getting to is, and I'm excited because I knew that I needed to go out there and do that today. And I knew that I'd be excited afterwards. I didn't realize how excited and how like uplifting it would be to have that experience. And what I really want to emphasize is understanding that I think part of the reason it was so gratifying is that it was difficult. So doing difficult things, and not just difficult physically or mentally, but difficult psychologically. So when you know that this is a hang up for you mentally or psychologically, you need to do that thing. So if you're, and obviously, like, you know, like in psychology, when you're trying to deal with like an agoraphobic or people like that, you slowly introduce them to, and basically, you know, and we do this for ourselves, or we should, if we're trying to do something that we're afraid of or that we don't want to do, we introduce ourselves to it slowly and help ourselves realize that it's not as bad as we think. We always make it worse. We always make it worse in our heads. So getting out there and doing something and trying something that is gonna be difficult for you is the absolute best thing you can do for yourself. And I'm probably just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to ramble, but I'm excited. The more and more that I get out and do things that are outside of my comfort zone and that you know, that scare me, that I don't want to do, every time good things come from it. I've done it multiple times. Well, one of them was leaving the shipyard and you know, a government job that was really comfortable, and I didn't have a lot of entrepreneurial experience or anything like that, but I knew that I needed to get out and try something new. The other thing that I'll add on that is the right people around you. Having my cousin, I knew he was the right person to get with because I have my own experiences and I have some good things to bring to the table. He's really the guy. He's the guy who's carrying me. And I told my brother the other day, if after all of this is over and you pile all of my contributions up into a big pile, it'll literally just be a pile of shit because it wouldn't be anything without him. And I don't say that to put myself down. I know I contribute. I know I have something to give. But what I understand is that this is not my skill set. This is not my expertise, but I have something to offer. I'm around the right people, and here we go. So do things that are uncomfortable and find the right people. Don't be around shitty people. If you feel less of a person, if you don't feel like a good person when you're around certain people, don't be around those people. If they're not pushing you to be better, if you're not finding yourself more excited to get into that game, to get into whatever it is that you're getting into, whether it's a romantic relationship, a business, a new job, whatever, if you're not excited about the people that you're going to be around, get the hell out, because you need to be around people who are going to push you. I know that's not going to be easy, but around people who want the best for you, and by wanting the best for you, those people are going to push you a little bit. So that's my advice. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.